So yesterday, while I was plowing, I noticed that the angle blade must have lost the seal. It's not working. So I'm gonna have to take a look at this cylinder and go get another one. Lots of problems. All right, everybody, thank you for coming along with this new project. Here, the black cylinder is the cylinder that was on the plow. It is not holding pressure when you're plowing. It's letting the blade go wherever it wants. I couldn't find another one the same. I had to buy that red one. I have to modify it and put one of these adapters on the back because the way it's made right now, it won't fit in the holes that it's got to go into. So I believe I'm going to use the one I have in my hand right now and cut that one off and weld this one on. Now here's something I haven't showed you before. This is a Carnage welder. It's a suitcase welder. It's battery operated, and it will run for 20 minutes of steady welding. Now I had a couple of incidents when I was out working on the trail 2 hours from home, and I bought this welder. So we're going to use it. All right. Can you see that over there? I'm going to use the Carnage welder. So what we do is we flip it up to there, turn on our wire speed, going to loosen this a little bit. She's ready to weld. Noisy, isn't it? Better get some gloves so I don't burn myself. Like I said, it's good for 20 minutes of welding. I'm going to weld this on the back side here. Tap it. Maybe. I am pretty pleased with this welder. I haven't used it a lot since I bought it, but it's there when I need it. I don't know if you've noticed, I'm having some issues with my audio on my camera. For some reason, sometimes the audio doesn't work, so I have to dub it in the way I'm doing it right now. I don't know what happened with the plow. I had a storm, I plowed, I didn't notice any issue. And the last storm I went to plow, and then the blade wouldn't stay angled. It would move and go back and forth. And so once I started looking at it, I noticed that the cylinder wasn't holding the blade in place. So we replaced the cylinder. I had to modify this cylinder to make it work. So I believe it's going to work okay. And we're going to weld this tab on. Now I had to weld this tab on without shorting it because I needed the room in the slot where we had to put the pin through. So we're going to weld this up and I'll get her in place. I seen this welder on Matt's Off-Road Recovery. He's got a couple of different ways that he welds. He's actually got a welder that comes off his alternator. And I looked at that option, but it wasn't really a solution for what I do. And then he had this welder, and I watched it, and it looked pretty good. Because I had a couple of issues on the trail grading and doing heavy equipment, stuff breaks. And this, I can throw it in the truck. It's compact, and if I have to do a simple repair, I can do it. When I broke down on the trail, not last year, year before, this would have been a lifesaver. I had to drive an hour and a half to a community that I didn't know if anybody would have a welder or if anybody was going to be home. I did find someone. He had a stick welder, and it had been forever since I did any stick welding. And I didn't think there was enough heat when I was welding, but he let me use his welder. I fixed the grater, and away I went. Cost me about 3 hours altogether by the time I got to where he lived and back to the trail to finish up what I was doing. That was a long day. So the ability to be able to fix on the trail is awesome. Now, I don't pretend to be a great welder, but let's take a look at this. That might hold. We'll find out. We'll let that cool for a little bit, and then we will put her on and give her a try. So the unfortunate thing is that other cylinder that was on there had some kind of banjo bolts. You can see here, they're banjo bolts. And because of that type of connection, those two hoses are no use to me. So I had to buy two hoses, and I had to put on that adapter, and I think I welded that on backwards, but it's going to be okay because we'll just put it sideways like it's sitting, and the hoses will be out front. So I'm going to let that cool a little bit, and then we're going to throw it on. I am done with the welder. Just letting the welder cool down before we stow it back. So this is the welder. This is your switch. This is your switch. So welding is up there. Down here is charge. And it came with this little charger right here. So I'm going to plug it in right there because I used it. And I'm going to set the charge. And then you set it down here, and that will charge her up. And it is an awesome little tool to be able to take on the trail. It's still quite warm, so we're going to wait on that. All right. Now, my overall dimension, center to center, was supposed to be 24. So I'm a little bit longer. I'm not going to cut that thing off to be longer one way and the other, but I think it'll be fine. What will happen is it will only angle one way. It'll angle more one way than the other, but I think we're good. All right, maybe I'll go try to put it on. Maybe I'll bring the tractor over here. All right, we've got her all hooked up. Had to find some fittings and stuff, but we've got her good to go for the next storm, I hope. I've got another project I want to do on that as well, but I'm not quite ready to start it yet. So that is where we're at today. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Next time we'll have another project. I got to just gather some more parts. Well, here I'm explaining to you that I've got to get some more parts for the next project. I am telling you how nice a day it is. It's a little cool. You can see my breath at times, but the sun is getting out. It's getting a little bit warmer during the day. You can feel the heat in the sun. I'll be glad when it's warm and get some more dirt work. And I'm telling you how much I appreciate you guys watching. And until the next video, stay safe. And let's see what we can get in trouble with the next time we get together. Have a great day. Later.